The Heat are out of Miami and into an interconference game. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Ready, gentlemen? Ready? It'll be the Heat off the tip. So here's Miami's starting group. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Johnson is out there with Dang, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Wade, and stolen by Cousins. Here's Rondo. Passes it to Cousins. From deep, McLemore, and he gets it to go. McLemore's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Kings on D. It's a three-point game.
You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
Now, here's Wade. Outside Dang. 6 to shoot. Up and in on the layup.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Yeah, talking about Cousins' top 5 in technical fouls in each of his first 5 seasons. Among other things, that's given away a ton of free points, guys, to the opposition.
Yeah, DeMarcus is working hard to control that temper, and he knows it's important for the team. But it's hard to plug a volcano.
Here's Rondo. Screened by Cousins. They set the pick. Shoots the 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Rondo, a master at setting up teammates.
On defense, Sacramento. Now here's Dragic. He dishes it to Whiteside. Wade passes to Dang. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Gay misses. Heat on offense. Trailing by 2. Outside Dragic. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. And he goes in for the dunk.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Kings have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes in volume, and that's not his game.
That puts them in the lead.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Here's Rondo. After Joe Johnson's score. Poked away. It's stolen by Dang. Here's Wade. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And back to Luol Deng. I mean, he started last season pretty strong. I mean, Deng was actually healthier than LeBron at the beginning of the year. But the tables turned around midseason. Deng became hobbled with that knee, and LeBron returned to his old dominant self.
Now, here's Wade. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Off target with his 3. Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Rondo with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Cousins against Johnson. And it's Rondo penetrating. It's stolen by Dragic. Wade outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Heat.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Come on, fellas, we got to pick up the pace. If you see an open look, we got to take it. We have to make them play at our tempo.
The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
Now here's Rondo. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Shot to stop the drought, and it's Deng with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
They set the pick. Wade outside. Six on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. They grab their own miss. Wade drives in. The kick out to Deng. Dragic with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Dragic has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The Kings trail by 7. Now Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Off the pick. Can't get it to go. The Heat go the other way with it. Dragic dishes to Johnson. Back to Dragic. And it's Wade in the corner. Rondo with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. AC down low. He's covered by Whiteside. Rondo against Wade. With some arc, and it's blocked by Whiteside. An even 3-on-3 break. Outside Deng. Pass to Johnson. Deng with the screen for Johnson. Back to Deng. Clock at 6. And stolen by Cousins. To stop the run. Sacramento gets it back.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
The Kings trail by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively, they desperately need a basket.
And finish off by McLemore.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Wade a screen on Rondo. 5 to shoot. The drive by Wade. Dragic with it. He's picked up by Rondo. And there's Deng. That's good on the assist by Dragic. And that's now 7 points for Luol Deng.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And here's Rondo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Cousins. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Caspi, he's checked in for Quincy Acey. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. Curry's checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. Winslow's checked in for Joe Johnson. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. But Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Now here's Dragic. It's taken away by Collison, and it's Dragic with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Kings trail by 5.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Outside, Dragic feeds it to Richardson. And there's the pass to McRoberts. Richardson with it. Outside, Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Yeah, and for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused really for the first stretch of his career. The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Dragic. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Darren Collison. Now, here's Dragic. And it's Stoudemire at the elbow. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Amari Stoudemire, with the change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
And both free throws good for Stoudemire.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Koufos. He feeds it to Caspi. Shot off the screen. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
Here's Dragic. Stoudemire, the screen. The feed to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. It's Dragic with the drive, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Kings trail by 3. Outside Curry. Cauley Stein with the screen for Curry. Stoudemire grabs the board.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Back to Richardson. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Richardson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Koufos the pass to Caspi. Dishes to Bellinelli. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Kings need to get off a shot here. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, guys, in a draft that had a lot of top-tier big men as the top picks, Willie Cauley-Stein is a little bit the forgotten man, if you will. But he can be a very impactful player now and down the road as well.
Good on the second free throw. Great with Cauley-Stein. His defense is the first thing that you notice. Very adept at shot blocking already. Does a lot of things, Clark, very well.
But, Kevin, I think it's his agility and the way he moves his feet defensively as a 7-footer. He literally can defend all 5 positions.
That's a great point. His perimeter defense, I mean, against smaller players, something to behold.
Outstanding.
Here's Curry. Now the dish to Bellinelli. Kicks to Casper. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterward.
Stoudemire, the screen. Winslow with it. Out defended by Cauley-Stein. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. Here's Caspi. Off target at the rim.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Heat lead by 7. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Johnson is out there with Whiteside. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Winslow. And it's Wade in at the 2 spot.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Miami leading by 4. Johnson outside. He kicks it to Winslow. Collison against Wade. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Wade's got his second bucket of the game to go. Sacramento's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Screen by Cousins. Rondo kicks to Cousins. From about 16, and Whiteside sends it back.
You know, not really a significant margin in terms of them rebounding, but enough to get the job done.
Yeah, but one more advantage in the stat column, and that's what's translated to this lead.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
Luol Deng is checked in for the Heat. The Kings trail by 8. Now here's Rondo looking for his first basket still in this one. That's good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Pass to Richardson. It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Collison. It's deflected. They retain possession. And that one's good. The Heat leading by 4. Wade with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Wade dishes to Johnson. Stolen by Gay. The Kings have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Outside Rondo. Cousins, no one around him. Offline with his 3.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Feeds to Wade. In the corner, it's Whiteside. 4 on the clock. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer, but they'll get another chance. It's tipped. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has. Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Richardson kicks to Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
The Kings trail by 4. There's the pick, and it's Rondo penetrating. There's the triple. Gay can't get it to go.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Johnson, that's for 2, and he hits the jump shot. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
On defense, Miami. 6-point lead. Rondo drives in. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. The kick out to Collison. 5 to shoot. From deep. Another miss by Rondo. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Wade against Collison. Johnson outside. Outside Dan. Wade with no one around. And a miss there on the triple. Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Rondo passes to Collison. Here's AC. The shot's good. Collison making the play. AC's got 6 points.
Excellent feed from DC, Darren Collison.
The Heat leading by 3. Wade outside. That's good. He's got 8.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Sacramento's gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. Richardson against Rondo. To the middle. Here's AC, and it's blocked by Dang. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Gay outside. Here's Cousins. Miami grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Wade kicks to Whiteside. Whiteside sets the pick for Johnson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The Kings trail by 7. Collison dishes to Rondo. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
Good possession there, resulting in an easy one down low.
Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung, and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Sacramento's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. High post Cousins. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Letting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Wade outside. Johnson outside. 5 to shoot. There's the pick. Down low. That's good from Dang on the assist by Johnson. Tang's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Easy the pass to Rondo. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Back to Johnson from downtown. Out to Wade. Whiteside a screen. Wade kicks to Whiteside. Stolen by Collison. And Gay with a clear path to the hoop. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Amare Stoudemire is checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. Winslow's checked in for Joe Johnson. And it's Dragic in for Richardson.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And the Heat call time here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Here's Curry. He dishes it to Bellinelli. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Bellinelli's got his first bucket in this one. Outside Dragic. And there's the pass to McRoberts. There's the feed to Dragic. There's the screen. Passed away. Shot clock at 6. Stoudemire setting the pick for Wade. Off the screen. Offensive rebound. And stolen by Koufos. And here comes Bellinelli leading the fast break. Now here's McLemore. Wade is covering. He took good advantage of that screen. Now just a 3-point Heat lead.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Outside Curry. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Curry. Outside Bellinelli. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Wade. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulder ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to it.
And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic. 1:05 left in the first half of basketball. Shot is good, and the Heat's lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from McLemore. The Heat have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Dragic left side. He feeds it to Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Sacramento making a switch here. Caspi's checked in. Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks, Clark, by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
The Heat with the lead. Outside Dragic. Dishes it to Wade. Kicks to Stoudemire, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Miami ahead, up by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, I'm with Eric Spoelstra, and obviously, Coach, some great work tonight on the defensive side of the ball. How does the team's defense play into your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the two-point line as best as we can.
Eric, thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Dwayne Wade has been all over the floor tonight. He had 14 points, 2 block shots, and 2 assists. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
The differential is the free throw attempts, and that's one of the big stories in this game tonight. They were being so aggressive and so smart that all they could do on the defensive end was foul.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups down low, but if they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
D. Wade had a good quarter there. He has 14 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Rinciace out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Richardson, no luck. The Kings trail by 4. Gay in the corner. Pulls up on the wing, and that's an air ball. Not even close. And for the Heat, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. In the corner, it's Richardson. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Offensive rebound.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Rondo against Richardson. Gay right side. Rondo kicks to Cousins, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Gay against Richardson. The dish to Green. Passes it to Winslow. He kicks to Richardson. Just 5 to shoot. Misses off the right iron.
Been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. Tough start.
Rondo against Richardson. Gay in the corner. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And the Kings last season struggled.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
To keep pace in their conference.
Clark, the Kings last season only 11 wins in 30 games against the Eastern Conference. So he had more out of the conference wins than the Wolves last season. That was not a good number.
Yeah, and the Kings didn't have a winning record against any Eastern division either. So you can't make up ground in the West if you can't beat the teams in the East.
Luol Deng is checked in for Miami. Johnson comes in for Winslow. Deng can't get it to go.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Rondo kicks to Cousins. To tie. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got assist number 5 here tonight.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
Talking about Joe Johnson, I'm not going to lie. Last year wasn't one of his best statistically, Clark. His shooting accuracy was on the low end. His turnover numbers were high. It wasn't very pretty.
But for Joe, Kevin, I don't think it was about the numbers last year. It was about wanting to compete and to win. And he's developed a champion's will over the years. And I would like to see him finally achieve his goal of maybe winning the championship. I think he deserves it. He's been consistent. He's been solid. And now you see some maturation with him as well.
Green, the screen. Back to Johnson. To the middle. Poked loose. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And some changes here for the Kings. Koufos comes in for Quincy Ace. And it's Collison in for Ben McLemore. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Now Rondo. Pass to Cousins. Bank shot, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Outside Rondo. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Cousins. From 13. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Cousins has got 13.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Green kicks to Johnson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Right side, Rondo. He dishes it to Cousins. From 6 away. No good. Excellent D there from Stoudemire. The Heat leading by 4. And here's Richardson. He has 5. Now the pass to Johnson. To the inside. They kick it out to Green. That's good. Green's got his first 2 points of the night. The Kings have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Rondo with the ball. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Second chance shot. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. A different look for Miami. Right side comes in for Amari Stoudemire. And it's Dragic in for Gerald Green. For Sacramento, they have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And the Kings making a change here. Curry's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Wade's checked in. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Curry. Six on the shot clock. Wade with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Johnson kicks to Whiteside.
Boy, last season Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. It was a rough year last year for fans in Sacramento, but they still come out here to fill up the stands, Greg, even with their team struggling.
Yeah, the new ownership, give them credit. Last year, the Kings marked an 8-year high in terms of attendance. Not bad for a team that really looked to be in the hunt for the postseason, but then just fell apart midway through.
Three from Gay, offensive rebound. Kufis kicks to Gay, shoots the three, and he gets it to go. Gay's got 8 points.
He had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Miami leading by 3.
The Kings ended at 18-23 here at home. Not a terrible record for them given how their whole season went kind of up and down and inconsistent. They even had some home cooking in their favor as they were the second best team in free throw differential at home.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Wade for 3. Miami no good on that time either. Sacramento's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Kicks it out to Gay. And it goes out of bounds. The last touch by Wade.
Well, a big thing for the Kings to look forward to is the opening of their new arena. They are still looking at opening the downtown arena in the fall of 2016, and Sacramento couldn't be any more excited.
Here's Cousins, and the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 1-point Miami lead.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Dragic against Collison. Outside Dragic. Dwayne Wade on the win. 14 points for him. A leaner. No luck. So the Kings will take it the other way. Outside Collison. Gay with no one around. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And the Heat call time here.
And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system, and I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Johnson the screen. To end the run. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Here's Collison. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now Bellinelli. Back to Collison. From deep three-point range, the shot by Bellinelli. No good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Dragic dishes to Dang. And there's the feed to Wade. There's Dragic with the 3. It's hauled in by Gay. Kings have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Pass to Koufos. He feeds it to Bellinelli. Dishes it to Koufos. Cousins with a screen on Johnson. Kicks it to Koufos. Passes it to Cousins. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Joe Johnson picks one up. And no question, G8, Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers. But in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count him, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he was still in Memphis? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And, guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Screen by Cousins. Caspi passes to Cousins. And stolen by Whiteside. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Cousins. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got 9 points. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
The drive by Wade. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And McLemore, he's checked in for Sacramento. .132 left to play here in the third. 5 to shoot. Wade. The kick out to Dang. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. The dish to Whiteside. Second shot opportunity. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Quincy Aces checked in for the Kings. And Miami with a change here, too. Nick Roberts is checked in. The drive by Collison. In the corner, it's McLemore. Over in the corner, AC. From outside, off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Dragic kicks to McRoberts. Pass to Wade. Now here's Winslow. D right on him. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Kings making a change here. Rondo's checked in. And Caspi has it in the corner. Now here's McLemore outside. It's off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Heat lead by 1. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Heat with the lead. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Johnson is out there with Winslow. And it's McRoberts in at the 5. The offensive rebound.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Over to the wing. Now here's McLemore outside. Rebound by the Heat. McRoberts has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Curry against Dragic. He kicks to Wade. Tries from 10. Sacramento grabs the miss.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Rondo against Dragic, and it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento making some changes. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Cauley Stein, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for Ben McLemore. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Rondo against Dragic. 6 to shoot. Here's Cousins. That's good. Cousins has got 14 points here in the second half. I think, Clark, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Back to Wade. That's good, and it's Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
And that is good.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Outside, Dragic feeds it to Wade. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Wade. This one for 3. And it's Wade again missing. Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Rondo. And that one's good. And the Kings lead by 3.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Kings have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Cousins inside. McRoberts there. Cousins with the bucket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Wade dishes to Dragic. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 4 assists in the game. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. 3 from Gay. Rebound by the Heat. Winslow's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wade passes to Dragic. And it's Johnson penetrating. Out to Wade. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Kufis checked in for Sacramento. Collison comes in for Rajon Rondo. Luol Deng is checked in for the Heat. Timeout called by the Kings.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
And former Coach of the Year George Karl making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, over that break, I was able to catch the message George Karl was giving to his team. He told them, the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
And what a pickup to get a guy like Karl, Greg, on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son, Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Wade outside. Gay with the block.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Rondo with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Outside Rondo. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Heat have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Rondo against Dragic. And it's Wade penetrating. Can't connect from short range.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Rondo against Dragic. And Cousins kicks to Collison to take the lead. Kicks it out to Gay. To the left side wing. Outside Rondo. Cousins with a screen on Dragic. The drive by Rondo. A 3 from Gay. Another miss by Gay. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. Not even been a factor.
Here's Rondo, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Rajon Rondo, guys, really needs to operate in a system that's point guard centric. He needs the ball to be effective. Pushing it, driving, dishing. When he has to play off the ball, that's when trouble starts.
Quincy Acy's checked in for Sacramento. Ben McLemore comes in for Darren Collison. And for Rondo, he's almost a throwback at the point, fearlessly taking it to the hole, getting knocked down, and getting right back up to fight another round. The thing maybe against him right now is what kind of guy, influence, what is he like on a team, and how does he affect it?
That's a great point. And also nowadays in the NBA, there's more of a premium on shooting and spacing. So it's going to be up to Rondo to adjust to that new style. That's going to be the question. Can he make that transition?
Well said. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be his second foul of the game. Timeout called, the Heat. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips,
they can't guard us on the perimeter.
The Heat missing the postseason last year. They'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Good. And that's 11 points for Rajon Rondo.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Dragic against Rondo. Johnson the screen. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. He dishes it to Whiteside. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. Only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year. I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Johnson right side. The pass to Wade. No good. Good work defensively by Gay.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
And McLemore kicks to Gay. And it's Gay again missing. The Heat trail by 3. Dragic with it. He's picked up by Rondo. The 3 from Johnson. Rondo with the rebound. Rondo's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Outside Rondo. Shot on the wing. Shot's good. Now it's a 5-point Sacramento lead.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Rondo against Dragic. Johnson dishes to Dragic. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. That's 10 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside.
And that's a really deft touch right there, guys.
And he just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Really well done.
And you know what? No need to catch it in a situation like that. He's got terrifically soft hands, and that finish doesn't allow the defense to react.
Gay. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And that's 18 points for Rudy Gay.
Guys, you just can't imagine how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. Man, that was as sweet as honey.
And I was looking over at the opposing bench. They couldn't believe it either.
Gives the pass to Johnson. Out to Wade. Looking to get back on track here. He takes it up and lays it in. Wade's got 4 this quarter.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He's going to get to the rim no matter who was standing in the way on that one.
Rondo against Dragic. And stolen by Whiteside. Only one man back on D. Here's Johnson. Rebound by the Kings. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dragic against Rondo. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. Joe Johnson pulls it in. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Wade left side. The shot is off. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. The offensive rebound. Here's AC to the inside. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making it.
And he is unable to get the second one. Here's Dragic from outside. Shot is off. Here's Cousins. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Johnson. No good. So the Kings win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered.